Welcome to this week's edition of the Week in Review. This SKNIS produced program is geared at highlighting the work of the Government of National Unity for the past week. I am your presenter, Jamiela McPhail. In this week's top stories, motion of no confidence in the Speaker of the National Assembly rejected. Regional workshop on citizen security in the Caribbean convened in St. Kitts and Nevis. Department of People Empowerment under the directorship of Duncan Watley receives donation of school supplies for the Keyon Primary and Keyon High Schools, and new initiatives to be introduced in Carnival. Speaker of the National Assembly, the Honorable Michael Perkins, on Friday morning spoke to a motion of no confidence in the Speaker and its later amendment filed by the Leader of the Opposition, the Honorable Dr. Denzel Llewellyn Douglas. The Honorable Perkins indicated that the amendment had been rejected. He cited Section 34(8) of the Standing Orders.
On Tuesday, December 13, 2016, during a sitting of the National Assembly, where I was presiding at that time, I was handed documents by the Clerk of the House, which consisted of a cover letter signed by the Right Honorable Dr. Denzel Douglas as Leader of the Parliamentary Opposition, and an attached, unsigned, two-page document which was captioned Motion of No Confidence in the Speaker of the National Assembly. Then, on Monday, January 13, 2017, I received a similar set of documents which was dated December 31, 2016 and captioned, quote, amended motion of no confidence in the Speaker of the National Assembly, end of quote. On examination of these two sets of documents, the one and only amendment that I garnered was the insertion of the word not, N-O-T, in front of the words, quote, to be impartial, end of quote, found in the penultimate paragraph of the original motion, so that it now read, quote, not to be impartial, end of quote. This amended motion is hereby rejected on the grounds that it directly violates Section 34(7) of the Standing Order, which states, quote, an amendment must not be substantially a direct negative of the original proposition or of any amendment thereto.
He further explains the procedure in which a Member of Parliament may file a motion of no confidence.
In making my ruling on the motion, it is very important for me to advise as to the procedure which should be followed whenever a motion is brought to the attention of the Speaker. Section 27(3) of the Standing Order of the National Assembly speaks to this and reads, if the Speaker is of opinion that any notice of motion which has been received by the clerk infringes the provisions of any standing order or is in any way out of order, he or she may, I repeat, may direct, A, that the member concerned be informed that the notice of motion is out of order, or that the notice of motion be entered in the order book with such alterations as he or she may direct. In a nutshell, therefore, once a motion is submitted to the Speaker has essentially two options available to him. If he is of the opinion that the motion is in breach of any of the standing orders, the two options are the Speaker may simply advise the member under whose name it is submitted that it is out of order, or the Speaker may amend the motion as he sees fit and direct the clerk to place it on the order paper for debate. Of course, it goes without saying that if the motion is deemed to be in order, then it is expected that it will be placed on the order paper for debate. And I would add, in an expeditious time frame.
Speaker of the National Assembly, the Honorable Michael Perkins. As safety and security continue to play a significant role in the Eastern Caribbean, a two-day workshop for the project entitled Carry Secure, Strengthening Evidence-Based Decision-Making for the Citizen Security in the Caribbean was held in St. Kitts. It was aimed at addressing a number of pertinent issues. The workshop, which ran from January 16 to 17, was held at the Ocean Terrace Inn. It was organized by the United Nations Development Program, UNDP, for Barbados and the Organization of the Eastern Caribbean States, OECS, in partnership with the United States Agency for International Development, USAID. The Honorable Vincent Byron, Attorney General, said that St. Kitts and Nevis was indeed grateful to the UNDP and USAID for such an initiative. He described the workshop as extremely important to the Federation as it faced obstacles in terms of development.
We here in St. Kitts and Nevis, as do our neighbors in this region, face a number of developmental challenges. While St. Kitts and Nevis has done better than most of the other countries in terms of its recent economic growth and per capita income over the past few years, there's much still to be done. But whatever progress we may make may well be threatened if we don't get control of a lot of the ills that plague us at this moment.
Attorney General Byron reflected on the United Nations Office on Drug and Crime Global Study on Homicides for 2014. The study revealed that 5 Caribbean countries were among the top 20 countries worldwide with the highest rate of homicides per capita, with St. Kitts and Nevis included in the top 5.
We know that we have high homicide rates here, as in the wider region. And in the wider region, you have a regional average of about 30 homicides per 100,000, as well as other forms of crime and violence, which can impede any progress we may have made and progress towards sustained growth and development. The UNODC Global Study on Homicide for 2014 reveals that as many as 5 Caribbean countries were among the top 20 countries worldwide with the highest rates of homicides per capita. And this number 5 includes St. Kitts and Nevis. So it's a matter of great concern for us as a people, because not only does it lead to a reputation that is not good for our country, but can impact as we move forward in terms of the economy, how we develop as we go forward.
The Department of People Empowerment, under the leadership of Mr. Duncan Watley, recently facilitated the donation of thousands of books to the Keyon Primary and the Keyon High Schools. This donation was made possible by the group Green Valley Global. Member of the Green Valley Global Group, Mr. Lennox Liebert, indicated that the group is willing to give back to the community.
Our primary focus is to make sure that the kids, the teachers of the Keyon Primary School and the Keyon High School understand that we are out there, not trying to be we don't want to be on the left and on the right. We want to be a family with the Keyon Primary School and family with the Keyon High School. And if there are times that you all can reach out to us, if we can help, we will help. It's only a matter of communication. And while things are communicated to us, we would try to do the best we can.
Mr. Duncan Watley explains that the Department of People Empowerment continues to work in the best interest of the citizenry of St. Kitts and Nevis.
This is part of the initiative that the Department of People's Empowerment would want to be doing throughout St. Kitts. And I've been doing much of this, but I want people out in the wider world, the diaspora, to understand that they feel free to call the department if they have any donations they would want to make to any group, any organization, any community group or schools in St. Kitts, and I will sure be willing and able to accommodate them.
Speaking on behalf of the Keyon High School, teacher Ms. Ornette Henry explains that the donation was timely.
In this current era, we focus more on the technology, the tablet and the computers, and we fail to train students to read from the paper book. There's nothing more pleasurable than taking up a book and opening the pages. When we give our students computers and tablet, it's not the same. It doesn't have the same feeling. And as a high school teacher of English, I've realized that students do not have the knowledge of books and words that students long ago may have had. We give them a word, they want to search for it on their tablet. If they were reading books, we know that they would already know that I do not know this word, and they will go and research it. So we really do appreciate the fact that the community came together and decided that they should donate reading books or mathematics books, because students need to understand the value of the paper book, and the community need to understand the value of the paper book.
Chairman of the National Carnival Committee, Mr. Noah Mills, announced recently that plans have already started for the staging of Sugar Mass 46. He said that a tentative timetable has already been drawn up and sent out to the Minister of Culture, the Honorable Sean K. Richards. This timetable, according to Mills, will see innovative ideas and new initiatives come on stream. Speaking on radio and television program Working For You on January 18, Mr. Mills said that some of these innovative ideas and new initiatives included plans to host a Prince and Princess show, to issue a Carnival magazine, and to convene for the first time a Caribbean Carnival Chairman Convention, which he termed as the 4 C's. Discussions on the pursuance of bilateral cooperation between St. Kitts and Nevis and the Dominican Republic took place on Thursday, January 19, 2017, with Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis, Dr. the Honorable Timothy Harris, as he met with the Dominican Republic's Minister for Regional Integration, the Honorable Miguel Mejia. During the meeting held in the Prime Minister's office at government headquarters, the two officials discussed the possibility of a future cooperation in the area of transport, education, and culture.
We have a large number of citizens from your country who are residing here as citizens and permanent residents. We welcome them. We are happy to have them. I believe that we can do much more bilaterally to assure them of the special bond between our two governments and our two peoples. You can look cooperation in education, because one of the challenge for us is having persons now sufficiently knowledgeable in teaching the students who are coming from Spanish families. And that is an area then that you certainly can help us. So that can be a two-way operation. So we have to have some conversation how we are going to help them to integrate more quickly into the communities, and what kind of support we can coordinate between the two governments to make this mutually beneficial for all our people.
You have been viewing another edition of the Week in Review. This SKNIS produced program is geared at highlighting top stories of the Government of National Unity for the past week. Thanks for watching. I am Jamiela McPhail.